Howdy,
We're
howdy.
live.
We're live,
Hey,
finally.
y'all.
Yay!
We live.
We are
Yes.
alive.
Don't worry about the growling behind us. It's fine.
I love it. Thank you guys for being so patient. We had a couple of technical difficulties to discover while we were getting ready for this here live. So anyway, hi, hello. I'm Scotty, and I am super excited to introduce one of our wonderful vendors, William Saxon Yew. They will be one of our vendors for NorseForged Gathering 6, which, if you are new or just tuning in, NorseForged Gathering 6 is an immersive fantasy event where you can cosplay as your favorite character. You can be your own individual character, pretty much whatever you can think of. And there's also camping, fun, festivities, quests, fruit roll ups, I hear. And I keep hearing about queso too. So who knows about that queso? So, NorseForged Gathering will be in New London, North Carolina, May 22nd through 24th. Tickets are on sale now. Check out our link in the bio and the previous videos for all the things. We just had an update from our Jarl Norse, so be sure to check out his most recent video. And I have rambled so much that I would be absolutely honored to introduce Unbridled Vision and Randy with an I of William Saxon Yew. Please give him a warm welcome, y'all. Round of applause.
Hey.
Whee!
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
Drink to that.
Yes.
It's okay. It mead. Mead.
It's mead.
Good.
Can
Is
confirm.
I want to ask, is it one of ours?
Yes, can confirm.
I love it. And also, hi, chat. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Michael. All right. So I will hand it over to you guys. And why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves, and we can go from there.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so Unbridled Vision. Hi. Most people just go by Biz, quick, as a shorthand. But most generally,
You're Biz.
Yes, I am the V. I am the big V. I am the visionary behind this mess that is Monster Bag. William Saxon Yew, Monster Bag Adoptions. How it's generally speaking, what?
Nothing.
Shut up.
No, tell us about yourself.
About me. Okay. Well, we're based out of Ohio, Southwest Ohio, and basically I have a day job. So this is when working. Hopefully, we can get to a point where this can be a full-time thing. So, but currently, as a day job, I currently work on a Coast Guard designated pirate vessels.
He's a pirate.
Wow.
You're
Yes.
a pirate.
So some people can say, some people, a lot of times I go to these things, they're like, say, oh, I'm a pirate. Where's the rum at? Where's the rum gone and all that fun stuff. Yeah. But no, like the boats that I work on as a day job, which is in hospitality, they are by the Coast Guard in their Coast Guard registries as pirate vessels. They are required to fly the Jolly Roger in order to be on the water, beyond the river.
Can confirm.
So, by extension, those who work on said boats on pirate vessels are in fact pirates. So yes, I can claim pirate on my resumes now.
You only get to dress up once a year, though.
Well, on the boats.
Well, yeah, fair.
I'm hoping to do it more. With NorseForged, I should be able to dress more as
Fair. So I'm Randy with an I. Took me a long time to figure out that whole shtick. So I have lived for most of my life in Ohio, but I have lived everywhere from West Coast to East Coast and a few places in between. So I'm kind of from all over the place. But I've loved every minute of it. I went from hiking the Teton Mountains in Yellowstone to kayaking in the Pacific Ocean to running around in the mangroves in South Carolina for a little while. Finally settled out here for whatever reason. Uh, but always looking for adventure. I'm constantly going on walkabouts and stuff like that where I just go off the grid for a week and have tons of fun.
Yes, you are. You are fun.
Oh my goodness.
So much fun.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry,
And
go
I'm
ahead.
also so I have a day job. I also have a side job, and then I have this job too. I do a lot of things.
Yes.
My day job is great. I love it. It's kind of just, it's there. I love what I do, and it's never boring, which hooray. But I am also the thing I'm most proud of is I am a certified dog trainer with the expertise to work with wolf dogs.
Oh
So
wow.
I work with a various content wolf dogs that is some of my favorite dogs to work with on the face of the planet. They're difficult and they're very hard to train, but they are tons of fun once you get their trust. I've got one that I take out in public all the time, and we just end up having a blast.
Different kinds of special needs.
What does he do? What does who do?
What do I do?
Puppy!
Cat
Sorry,
tax.
cat tax. He decided he wanted to say hi, but underneath the camera.
Yes.
Hi, Bobby.
Yes. His name. Well, his shorthand is DB because Bobby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
So
he's only 6 months old, so he's
yeah,
still growing.
he's a kid, but
Oh, he's
yeah,
still a baby.
he's still a baby, but he's the Energizer Bunny baby.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
hi, Allie.
So,
Anywho.
what what do I do? I manage a gift shop actually. So along because I'm down in Southwest Ohio, it's along the Ohio River. So technically, I'm a river pirate. So um, I tend so yeah, I basically will take care of hospitality type stuff. Generally souvenirs, food items, and that kind of stuff. So as far as vendoring and handling like customers and things like that, I have
Years.
well over a decade of experience. Even though I have not worked for myself in such situations, I have worked for others. Not the least of which, prior to COVID, the Ohio Renaissance Festival.
Hmm.
So while this is our first time being down there at NorseForged, and we're super excited and we're really looking forward to it. The Ren Fair aesthetic, the Ren Fair atmosphere, the community that it has. Um, while we've kind of been in its orbit, so we're very familiar with that.
You kidding? I work there.
I know you work there, like, but we're not like we don't live it. But we're definitely of that community. So like being nerdy and silly and whimsy and all that kind of good stuff. So again, which is where a lot of the inspiration for
It's actually where we met.
yes.
We met at the Renaissance Festival.
Oh, that's so
Yes.
sweet. Okay, well, we have to hear the story.
Yeah.
If you're okay to share.
Yeah, so it was actually Celtic Festival, which is kind of like a midsummer festival that they do every year. He was working the maze at the time, and I was supposed to be his breaker, and it ended up we just kind of sat there for like
Started talking.
2.5 hours just talking. The last thing I remember, or the one thing that I remember is as he was walking away, he asked me if I liked hugs, and I was like,
I'm a
"Well,
hugger.
yeah, I love hugs." Man freaking bear hugged me, picked me up, twirled me around, and then put me down and went, "That was a good hug," and walked off. And then the following season during Renaissance, he kept walking by, and every time he'd walk by, he'd offer me like an orange or a small apple or something like
Well,
that.
because again, it's a lot of vendors and things like that, especially during the heat and things like that, they don't keep themselves properly hydrated and scurvy. It's a common problem. So for me, being part of the community and things like that, I would grab a small bag of oranges and apples,
Cat tax.
cat tax, um, and pass that out to other vendors and readies as I would go in and out to my stall and my station. So I'd be like, "Hey, are you okay?" or that kind of stuff. Do you, would you like a snack? Here, while it will last you for the day or whatever. Like, here's a healthy snack. Here's a healthy snack, and to do my part to help everybody stay healthy and not pass out and have to sit there and call 911 and all that fun jazz.
The best part is though is that so I work as a musician's manager while I'm at the Renaissance Festival. Um and he thought me and the musician that I work for were dating and asked my musician if it was okay if he asked me out.
I'm a gentleman.
Aww.
So it was kind of funny because he had to get permission from my musician in order to ask me out.
That's
Uh,
so
I mean,
sweet.
yeah.
consent is extremely important.
Yes, it absolutely is.
So
And
yes,
I love that this stemmed from already wanting to protect her by protecting her from scurvy.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Like again, my two main guiding principles in general is make cool stuff and help other people. If I can do that, I'm cool. Like I am not
Part of the
money.
ship, part of the crew, part of the ship, part of the crew.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, I love
money is a
it.
secondary. While it is extremely important, especially due to capitalism, um, it is a secondary issue for me. So like as long as I'm doing helping people out and being part of the community and and making cool stuff along the way, then bonus. I'm fine. I'm good. Um so again, I'm doing what I can to make cool stuff that is also useful. So like as far as our bags are intended to be everyday carry. They're not typical of what you tend to expect when you see uh, bags and accessories and things like that at the Ren Fair, which is why everyone kept asking me when like I originally made my first bag pre-COVID, right?
Hmm.
And
The thing is a beast.
would you like to see Mimic? Would you
Uh,
like
Oh,
the
yes.
you cannot lift Mimic over your head.
yeah,
My husband loves mimics.
actually over her head?
This thing
Okay.
weighs 20 pounds empty.
Oh,
Would you like me to hang on to your mug?
Oh, okay, hold on. Okay.
Okay.
Ugh,
Okay. So I made this guy pre-COVID.
she can't even see it. This thing's
It, it's
huge.
it's it,
It's me.
it's ginormous.
Okay.
Okay.
I
It's
can
It's
me.
got over
see
a
it. Oh
dozen.
my
It's got over
god.
a dozen pockets. It's like I needed a bag for Ren Fair, and none of the bags there suited my needs. So what ended up happening is I'm like, I have basic knowledge on how to put stuff together and make things and that kind of stuff. So I was just like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna make a bag. So I went to one of the leather workers there, and they had bags of just random scrap. Hey, cat tags,
Get attacked.
kitty tags.
That's Lydia.
Okay. And so what ended up so I just bought a bulk bag of random scraps. I knew I wasn't gonna make anything pretty with it. First and foremost, it was kind of one of my, it's like one of my first serious attempts at making something utilitarian, like with leather and that kind of stuff. It's like I'm familiar with it. I know how to work with it, but like never really seriously worked with it. And what ended up happening, and so 4 months later, I made the ugliest bag I possibly could. So I went the other way. I didn't go to make anything pretty. I just wanted to make something that was just god awful ugly. So what ended up happening is Mimic. So I made a monster bag. I made it absolutely huge. It will fit everything I own. It is the toughest bag I own. It will hold more than I can physically carry.
The,
It will tip me over
the,
if I am not careful.
the first time I saw this bag, he forgot it. This was a Celtic festival when we met. He forgot it, and he came back and he goes, "Oh, hey, can you grab my bag for me?" And I'm just looking at it. I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I go to pick it up. I can't lift it off the floor. He's got so much crap in it. So I was like, "No, you got to come over here and get
I've
it. I can't
had
get it."
well over 100 pounds in that bag
And it
at one
still
point,
holds.
and it would still hold more. Like I just physically could not lift it any off. Like I said, I'm sitting there teetering, about ready for my knees to buckle, trying to hang on to the thing. It was like, and it was still like, more please.
The sad thing is he thought about everything when designing this bag. How many pockets? What can it fit? Everything except how the freak he was going through doors with it. This thing is so large it cannot go through doors.
Yeah, I built it for Ren Fair.
I know, but it still can't go through doors.
There's no doors out in Ren Fair, generally speaking. At least at Ohio Ren Fair.
There's gates, you know.
Yeah, there's gates, but those are wide. Those are big doors. They're not typical ADA compliant doors.
That's
Yeah,
right.
y'all need the double
So
wide
yes,
doors.
it's big and bulky, and so that's usually when people first see Mimic, they're like, "Oh my gosh, where did you buy that? Where did it come from?" Right? And to explain that I made it, they just obviously gobsmacked. But their biggest criticism of it is that it's so huge. It's too big.
It was way too big.
Way
for
too
me.
big.
Way too
So way too big. So I made him pre-COVID. Nobody paid him any mind for like up until 2024. That season, however, all of a sudden out of the woodwork, everyone started showing up and going, "Where did you buy that bag? Where was the vendor at that you bought this from? Where was the vendor at? Where was the vendor? Where was the vendor? Where was the vendor?" Not, "Oh, did you make it yourself? Or did was it something that you handmade or something like that?" No, it was like, "Where was the vendor? Like, where did you buy that?" Right? Which, spoiler alert, that it's one of those that should clue you in that somebody wants to buy something if they're asking where you bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Just pro tip.
Yeah.
At least, I mean, I could be wrong, but
The problem wasn't the problem wasn't the day he was there. Yeah, he could only walk 10 feet before somebody would ask him where he got his bag. The problem was the next weekend when I was still working at the Renaissance Festival and I had people stopping me and going, "Hey, I saw you with that guy with the bag. Where did he get it? Is the vendor here? Is the vendor where? I need to know." And I'm like, maybe I should run around with Mimic for a while, drum up some more business, and then we'll get some business cards and just hand them out.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, I couldn't carry Mimic. He's too heavy for me. He was hurting me.
I mean, to be fair, he's about 15 to 20 pounds empty.
Empty.
Leather can be heavy and bulky
Oh,
when
no.
up to a certain size.
Oh no.
He's fine. I got it.
So he made me.
So Mimic was too big.
Mimic was too big.
So I made.
So we made Mimika.
Oh, mini Mimic.
So Mimika is a much smaller version, about the third of the size of Mimic.
Yes.
And I'm used to never, ever, ever run around with a purse ever. I cannot go anywhere without that bag. And there's two reasons for that. One, I love my bag. I absolutely love it. Two, we now have a saying: not only does it watch your stuff, but it watches your back.
Oh.
I was in a grocery store and had a creeper following me. And I had that bag in the cart. I pulled that bag out of the cart and I stuck it on my shoulder. He looked at me, looked at the bag, looked at me, turned around, walked off. And I was like, okay.
I'm like,
and I
serious? This is the thing. This actually and
I'm guessing it's because of all the eyes, because there's a patch with like 20 eyes on it. So,
well, see, that's the thing. Is that's her thing. My special effects training. Like I said, I originally went to school for learning how to do MythBuster stuff. So one of the things that I picked up in terms of doing what I do with these bags is the eyeballs, and there's a way
weird, creepy doll effect that follows you everywhere you go.
Yeah,
exactly what it does.
I know how to do that, and I do that with the eyeball. So no matter where you're looking at these bags with the eyes will always be staring back or following you around. So very similar to the effect that the Uncle Sam poster, the old one where the Mona Lisa is always looking at you, that kind of stuff. It's that same optical illusion. But once again, you're taught certain ways to give things a sense of life, a sense of vibrancy, when you're learning how to make aliens and monsters and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's kind of what makes these bags very unique and very unusual from your typical masterwork. I mean, absolutely, I've seen absolutely fantastic leatherworking, and I've purchased a few from local vendors here in Ohio. I'm looking forward to all the other leather workers and all the bladesmiths and everybody, all the other vendors that we're gonna get to meet and hang out with here in May. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
But no matter where we go, nobody does what we do. Like just flat out. I mean, like
Well, meet our newest versions.
so yeah. So the
Oh,
size has been
wow.
going. We've been shrinking things down so that they're kind of baby size now.
You tied a knot in it.
Yes, I tied a knot in it so it
Why
doesn't
did you tie a knot in it?
because it doesn't come loose.
It should, because we have to show the inside. Yes, this is a baby size, except for the ginormously long string he decided to put on this thing.
Well, that one is it's a prototype that you made for me, and
It
so
is.
I adapted it.
Hold on. For those,
That is awesome. Oh, how cool! What does it say? It's
it
backwards.
says Crown Royal. We take Crown Royal bags and we turn them into mimics.
That is awesome.
So hence they're called Roys.
So yes, these are our Roys. So and again,
They're
funny.
fit for royalty.
That is awesome.
So yeah,
I
we
love
like I
that.
said, it's like like familiarity with variety of materials. That includes fabric,
Yeah.
it includes foam, plastics, latex, silicone, metal, wood, like the whole gambit, and how those materials interact and what kind of longevity they have. The basically a lot of what goes into special effects and things like that is we're kind of like modern day alchemists. So we make one material act like another or to
Yes.
appear as another.
Mhm.
Right? So you have to kind of understand how materials work in the first place in order for another material to in order to get another material to act in the same way or to appear in the same manner. So um so when you do that, like
What are you
it's
doing?
sorry, we got distracted by the cat.
He's digging in the he's
So
digging in the blanket.
so yes, okay, so
Anyway,
back
so
on
yes.
track.
Yeah.
We'll use whatever materials that we have on hand to put stuff together, put fun, unique, interesting things together and make it so that it works. So like we so the leather that we do is high quality leather. It's from the same source that I got Mimic from. Mimic is well over 6 years old now, hasn't popped a single stitch, is extremely tough, has seen all kinds of weather conditions, including hurricanes, and has survived, kept my business cards dry, everything. Like they're only janky in looks.
Yeah.
They look janky, but they are as tough as any other bag out there. They will last longer than pretty much anything that's like on the shelf, right? For your back to school specials,
Mhm.
right? So while it is a labor intensive process, I will understand now why not a lot of leather workers do what we do,
Mhm.
because we have to piece everything together before we can assemble it. But that that process just adds to the attention to detail. It adds additional character, so each one comes off as unique. So as far as like we can't mass produce these things, so we're making them by hand as quickly as possible to get them done, to get as many as we can, so that we have as many for adoption as we can, especially for all the fine folks at NorseForged. Like we're just literally like, even like right before we started here, I'm just sitting there.
He was working right up until about we started setting up.
Yeah, and it's just like it's just making as many as we can as fast as we can so that we have enough for everybody at the event. And as long as we're able to do that and everything, yeah. So I mean, we're hoping that we have enough for everybody so that everyone has an adventuring companion.
Yes,
I love
one that
that.
lasts all conditions, that can watch their back, watch their stuff, keep everything safe. That's something that they can carry with them every day. So something that's fun. It's a conversation piece. It doesn't. I mean, while they do stand out, I will say that they do stand out. Um, you can immediately tell it's yours. We can do siblings, but we can never do twins. So none of them are identical with each other. Now they can be similar, like we can use a similar, colors, combos, all that kind of fun stuff. But the patterns, because of the way we how we the materials that we use,
The
which
way
is
we
the
source
minimal
it.
as possible. So like we really don't use whole hides terribly a lot.
No.
Um, although the more we get into this and the more volume that we're going to need to do, that if we're trying to figure out the logistics for that. But generally speaking, a lot of other leather workers have plenty enough materials for what we do that we can keep it from getting to going to the landfill.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We take a lot of scraps, and we just turn scraps into scrumptious. So people who are, hey, I'm cleaning out my grandma's basement. I've got all of this uh, fabric, or I've got some of these leather pieces. They literally are like, we're just going to throw this away. And I'm like, nope, we're going to take it. We'll pay you for it. And we get it for a fraction off the dollar.
Yeah.
And that's what becomes our interiors.
But it beats it going to the landfill.
Yeah. It's the same thing with those Crown Royal bags. Those Crown Royal bags were going to the landfill.
Oh, and to answer the question in the chat, I do my own beard. Thank you.
I help.
She helped. Making sure that it looks even and it's nice and that it's presentable. And yes.
But he does his own beard.
But yes, I do my own beard.
And there was another question about how long it took you out to grow it out. I think it took you 2 years?
Something like that. Yeah. It's once it gets to a certain point, it starts to slow down a little bit because genetics is a funny thing. Some people can, just boom. It really starts to get interesting because the beard, the bigger it gets, the more maintenance it takes, and sometimes it costs more to maintain a beard than it does the domes. So, hence
Yeah.
I got to save money somewhere. So
yeah, we shave the head and keep the beard.
Yes.
Right.
That's her rules. Like we've tried it once where I didn't, and she's like, no.
No, he tried to shave it off, and I went, no, that's got to come back on. You
I
throw it
love
out again. So we have beard oil, we have wax, we have everything.
We'll definitely be looking around at NorseForged for beard products, beard care tips and tricks. If there's anybody who would, because I wouldn't mind getting some braids in this bad boy, either before or during.
Yep.
But because again, Vikings, yard.
You're a pirate.
Absolutely. So I have a question.
Sure.
About the because one of the things that we want to encourage, and one of the reasons for wanting to be able to do these lives, is to share you guys with folks so that they have real artists and people that they can reach out to. Because I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when you order stuff on Amazon, yes, it's cheap, yes, it's convenient, but it's gonna fall apart, on the second use. So with Unbridled Visions, you guys will get a beautiful heirloom bag. So my question is, as far as a custom order, I saw that Michael said that his mom has a lot of extra fabric. So if you had a customer that had a lot of extra fabric or a lot of leather scraps, what would a custom order look like with you guys?
Currently, as far as customs, we're still really new. Now, that question has been rattling in both our brains back and forth for this whole time since the beginning of last year, when we started making our little guys. Currently, it's a case by case basis. So never say never. We're not going to be promoting it on the websites as of yet. We're kind of, again, once we can grow beyond the needing the day job and having William Saxon Yew be a full-time thing, or to be able to maintain as a full-time thing, then yes, the doors will be fully open for commission works, custom works, specialty material, like whatever, if people have ideas, more than happy to come. I'm a collaborator. I mean, generally speaking, you've got your pretentious art for art's sake. You've got your mercenaries out there that are just in it for the money. I love collaborating with people. I love being able to be in a collaborative space, to work with people to make cool stuff. So logistically, it's not quite there yet to just open the gates wide and say, yeah, come on in. Well, we can do whatever you come talk to us about it, and we'll see what we can do, realistically. Because again, one of those things, like, we're vendors, we're buyers too, we're customers and things like that as well. I'm not going to sit there and go, and I've seen it a few times, and I've been in my earlier years doing other things, other mediums, suffered the same thing of, oh yeah, 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 I can do that, I can do it. Oh, it's all just going to be a couple of weeks. It's going to be really easy. The nod, the smile and nod, just to get the sale. And then next thing you know, it takes 3 months, well past the deadline, and you're like, when's it going to get here? What's going on? And then you're not even sure that it's even going to be exactly what you wanted. And then there's the back and forth, and then and everything comes crashing down. And that's not a good situation. That's not a good vibe to be in. So I'm doing everything I can by the book as much as I can to be not only fair to the customer, um, making sure that the materials are top notch as much as possible, making sure that it's done in a timely manner, but also fair by us who are doing the labor. And that's kind of the big takeaway as far as the stuff that you buy on Amazon and things like that. Yes, you can get them at a cheaper price and things like that, and there's the high volume and everything else. But generally speaking, who would you prefer to support? The guy who's already looking for a Sunday yacht, or the people that are actually doing the work, who are wanting to just try and live and hang out and chill and go about their lives in a reasonably comfortable manner. I mean, yeah, it could be.
The biggest thing is to be a little more direct in your
Yeah, I know.
question.
I ramble.
He rambles. It's a case by case basis. We have some people who want little tiny trinket bags and stuff like that. D&D, like dice bags, little pocket trinkets, that kind of stuff. We can very easily make those within a reasonable time. If somebody's wanting like Mamika, we might have to be like, maybe not right now. Wait until we get into a space that we can actually say, yes, come on, bring it in. Because again, it's just us cranking out these bags. We've got some help here and there, but it's not anything super crazy. And again, we've got day jobs.
Never say never. But yes, we're doing as we're growing as fast as we possibly can, doing everything we can to get as many of these done as we possibly can. And again, each one has their own unique. I mean, I'm using the same pattern over and over and over again. Yes, we're streamlining the process as much as possible. However, the process itself has variation to it. So sometimes, I can't say no. It's going to take this amount of time and that kind of stuff, and have it's a range on like the one I just had in my hand here. What we affectionately refer to as our hipsters. Like this one's just a more recent one that I finished.
This one bites. It has
this
teeth.
one bites. It has
teeth. Can we see its teeth?
So he has teeth.
Ooh. Oh, those are nice.
So, and it actually, when it closes up, those teeth actually fold in.
We'll close it up.
So then, okay, now it's not doing it.
Oh,
well, that's because
I didn't do it right. I know, but it's so some of them now have teeth.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. And see, like,
punch in the side of the head.
Diabetes.
Anyway,
but yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it has teeth.
That's so cool.
So it protects yourself.
Yeah.
But again, like people will say mimic. It's a mimic bag. No. The confusion is that the one bag that started this all is named mimic because he conforms to whatever task I need him to do.
Yeah.
Right. He shape shifts. We have monster bags.
Yes.
They are, whether they're made of monsters or that they are monsters themselves. We're monster bag breeders. We do what we can to give them as much life as possible so that but each one has their own character. Each one, they're constantly evolving. So some of our ones that we've made a year ago, there have been adjustments and they're going to continue to adjust. We're going to, so like one of the things that we have to say to people is, once if you see one that you vibe with, like, so like we'll have have them all over the place, things like that, and if there's one that you see, like, that is mine, like, right there, like, shut up and take my money kind of vibe, right? Snag it while you can, because there's no guarantee that the one like that is going to be coming back around again.
Yeah.
Um, because that's just kind of how these kind of evolved and kind of grown. Like, um, I've got a list a mile long of different things that these technique that we've been developing
Our whiteboard is full.
is
Ooh.
full of
Ideas.
stuff. Like, that is a whole other bag of cats. Like,
Yeah.
because we've had people go, oh, you should do this, you should do that, you should do these ideas, you should do that. And I'm like, hang on a second.
That was the
What
other night in our
that,
chat.
that,
Yeah.
that so
Uh,
Yeah, it's so everything's evolving. Everything's always moving forward. There's always something new happening, always something new coming down the line. We even have um I'm testing out a new style of closure called a Fidgard zipper, which is an old style zipper from, was it Roman or Greek
I
era?
actually, no, I think it was like Viking, actually.
It could be Viking. I don't know. It's an old era one. It's like the zipper before it was a zipper, and if it works, it's gonna be it's gonna be nice. So far, I've made one, and I absolutely love it. And I'm finished a second one. It's a little hard to work with right now, but I'm hoping that as it breaks in, it'll be great. And
mhm.
then we're again evolving that situation so that more of these bags can have these zippers, and we can do fancy things with the closures of them and everything like that. So
Yeah,
stay tuned for that.
yeah. It's
We definitely.
right now our tag is stay tuned, because
Yeah.
we're just getting started. It's kind of the start. Like, so, like, you want to talk, you want to seek out a newbie, a new, because like everyone keeps telling us, like, oh, we should go to Ren Fair, we should go to Ren Fair, because every time we've tried to apply to other Ren Fairs, and they're full up.
It's not that. They say they don't want any more leather crafters. They don't need any more leather crafters.
But the
We're
second that they see what we do,
right.
Yeah.
they're like, this is something completely different.
It's not
Like,
leather crafting. It's so we now designate ourselves as accessory makers. We
well,
make
we line them too. Like you
yeah,
said, like with the crown, with the Royce, they're lined.
they're lined. All of them are
Like,
raw. Every single
all
one
of
of them
them
are
are
lined.
finished to a point of everyday carry.
So they're accessories.
So they are accessories. They like like even down to the D20 on the end. It's like it's like they are, every part of every detail is done
Finish.
to finish, to make it a complete thought, to make it as durable as possible, to make it as lightweight as possible, to make it last, to make it look good. So, like, the other thing is that other bags and things like that. Uh, what usually happens to, like, your favorite leather jacket or your purse or whatever? It tends to go in a closet because you don't want it scratched. You don't want it out in the weather. You don't want it, too much UV, too much weather, too much rain, too much. These guys, they're just scrap. You don't have to worry about it. They are intended to be with you wherever you go, whether it's a monsoon, whether it's a hurricane, whether it's NorseForged Gathering number 6. It doesn't matter whether they're there to be with you, and the scars that are inflicted upon it add more character to the already care, the adventuring character that they already have.
They're traveling
They're
companions. They're
traveling companions.
supposed to go
Like,
everywhere
Yeah.
with you.
that's kind of where like, her dog training kind of got the inspiration behind the whole um, adoption end of things.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
like,
I
yeah.
work with a lot of adoption events, a lot of rescues and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? We're monster breeders. Let's monster bag breed. And for those who are thinking that the eyeballs are a little bit on the creepy side, don't worry. We have a cave series. The cave series don't have any eyes, but they're still gorgeous.
Ah.
so
Okay.
yeah,
So
I mean, so we've done everything we can to diversify as much as we can,
Mhm.
yes,
but we're still doing everything possible to make as many as we can in the reasonable short amount of time that we have left before NorseForge, so that everybody has a chance to have an adventuring companion, whether it's at Tank Tolman's event there, or and beyond, or even North. Again, just hanging out, holding your mead. It's
Yeah,
like those Roys. They're great for holding bottles of mead,
Mm,
100%. And
water
that's what,
bottles, that kind of stuff. So if you're looking for something that kind of hides it, that's just really a versatile piece of kit that can just hang off your belt, and don't have to worry about it. And I'd agree. Again, it's like people ask you like, "Where'd you get that?"
yeah.
mhm.
And that's been the weirdest thing. That has been the weirdest thing about this
It's
whole thing.
it's baffled him.
It really has.
So I do have a couple questions.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I feel like we got a great story with how you guys met at the Ren Fair, and those of you that are just tuning in, they will be joining us for a Ren Fair esque event, which will be NorseForged Gathering May 22nd through 24th in North Carolina, the town of New London. And it will be a camping event. And that being said, I mean, how does it get more magical than meeting your partner at a Ren Fair? But I'm curious in your guys' opinion, because it sounds like y'all already bring a lot of magic, and I'm so excited for the magic that y'all are going to bring. But
Thank you.
to y'all, what makes that magic feeling that makes you want to come back and just spend all your time with the Ren Fair?
It's the biggest magical point of it being in that kind of environment is the community
Yes.
and the inclusion of the community. We absolutely love the Ren Fair community in itself. And I'm going to take an adverbiage from my musician friend who, when he's not at Ren Fair, is very much a hermit. He's a wonderful man, super nice and everything like that, but he tends to have a little bit of social anxiety. He says he doesn't do Ren Fair because of the money. He doesn't do Ren Fair because of anything in particular of what he's supposed to be doing. He literally does it for the friendship and for the forced interactions that he actually really does enjoy. Like it gets him in a place where nobody knows who he is, nobody's judging his character. The people who do know him are nice about making fun of him, but also aren't, overbearing with it. Like it's all, we have a reason why we sit there and call him Aster. Um, you'll notice in our video that it's Aster Sticks, but Aster is the name of the musician. That's his whole shtick. And he is, again, he's a little bit of social anxiety, but he only does Ren Fair because of the community. It brings out the best in him. And that's kind of what the magical point of doing any Ren Fair, whether it be Norse Forge, Ohio, and any place we're going, we love the magic of the community that it brings. And we love more and more of that magic every year.
No better people I have encountered as those who, yes, there is very interesting, um, a wide variety of people, and they can be very interesting, and it can be good and or bad. But as a whole,
The
bar
community.
none, the community of a Ren Fair, or the nerdy community in general, in terms of its inclusiveness, inclusive in terms of just being generally friendly and helpful, and just come on in. We've got hugs. Here's the cookies, the milk. When you're ready, there's the dance floor. Go have fun. That kind of energy that when you walk through the doors of no matter where you are in, no matter what event you're at, and that energy kind of hits you, that's just pure magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
The
and I
energy is
love
always magical.
yes. I love especially what you said about how your friend said it brings out the best in him, because it really feels like I mean, I use the gathering as an example. That's what it feels like. It feels like we're our best selves because it's one of those places where everybody just pitches in and helps one another. And that's one of the coolest things. I love that.
Yeah. There's another side of that magic that I kind of bring, and I have been for the past. I know I see it.
Teach me the way of the beard.
And I've so probably right around COVID. So again, I work for a musician at the Renaissance Festival, and he used to get really upset when I would walk up behind him to give him something because I'm a very light-footed person. I'm very quiet.
She's sneaky.
I'm very sneaky, apparently. I scare everybody.
You have
So
a
he
high
told
deck.
Well,
me
you used to work at haunted
I used to
houses
work
too.
at yes, I used to
So
work
you
at
learn
haunted-
how to be a ninja working in a haunted house. I used to do the makeup and acting. Again, my special effects technique coming back around. That's not exactly how we met, but that's how we kind of we. It's just been spooky how we kind of while our differences couldn't be polar opposite, we just kind of mesh in weird and unexpected ways, and it's been amazing.
So because I'm so quiet, my musician decided to tell me that I needed to buy a set of jingle bells, or I need to find something to make noise. So I went out and I went to some of those gypsy places that have the nice little bell skirts and stuff like that. And I was like, that's not for me. I'm not a bell skirt person. I found a massive chainmail scale mail tail that goes all the way to the ground. It actually drags on the ground and makes that nice shinking noise.
Ooh.
And then you can hear it when it hits the back of my boots and everything like that.
Not a little shinky. It's more of a shank.
Yeah, it's massive. It weighs 7 pounds.
Oh wow.
It's massive. So, but it has kept me from scaring anybody else at the Renaissance Festival. And everybody now knows who I am, and everybody knows
They know
who's
her by
coming up behind
sight,
him.
but not by name.
Yeah, all by sight. Actually, it's more by sound than by sight.
But yeah, they can hear her coming.
They can hear me coming. So
But they'd be like, "Oh hi, tail
dragon
lady."
tail lady.
But now
I'm Randy with an eye. So yes, but that's going to be one thing that at NorseForge you'll know me by the giant scale mail tail that will be probably sneaking up behind you at some point.
and apparently I'm going to be known by my beard. Apparently,
Apparently, you have a fantastical beard.
Yeah, I've noticed that YouTube
Uh,
really loves beards.
I will say, keep it clean. Oils are your friend. YouTube videos are your friends. Just make sure you do your appropriate homework and take care of it.
Other people with a beard are his friend.
Yes.
I love.
But yeah, you just kind of have to let it go, run wild.
Sorry.
Yes, we have a
one of our cats is special needs, and so she's a little
yeah.
Oh.
Just under camera.
Yeah, she's just sneaking under camera.
Anyway.
But anywho.
Yes. So you guys answered a lot of my questions, and I'm so excited to see because it really sounds like y'all have I love the adoption. Like anytime that you make an inanimate object something cute by having the whole adoption process and getting to name it and having it come up with its lore.
You want to name them, which is kind of been the thing. It's like when something stares back at you, especially if it's like you're staring, like as something you carry with you like on the regular, you're like it becomes a pet almost.
This comment by that man a boat. He works on a boat.
I do. I work on a boat.
He's a pirate already. Don't worry about it.
I am actually a Coast Guard. Again, like the rehash from the start. People who haven't, who are just now getting in. My day job is working on a Coast Guard designated pirate vessels. Actually,
there's two.
Anyway, it's the Belle of Cincinnati and the River Queen. You can look it up on Google. It's easy to find. You can find me in the gift shop.
I love that.
Anyway.
So this is one of our wonderful vendors for NorseForged Gathering. This is Unbridled Visions, who makes incredible handcrafted mimic bags with eyes that follow, and also ones that don't have eyes if you are spooked. I suppose I don't know who would be spooked by that. That's cute.
Yeah.
But
this is his. I mean, this one's his, but
This guy is.
Oh my God,
sorry, did I hit you?
no, I don't want to deal with the teeth.
No,
Okay.
No teeth.
Okay, no teeth.
yeah.
No teeth.
No,
There's no
no,
teeth.
no purse
This one has no
small.
teeth. So again, they occasionally mutate. So some have teeth, some don't. Um, some have certain features that others don't. It just like there has been a like the call it some nuclear mutation or something like that. But every once in a while that as another one pops out, they're ever so slightly different. They new features happen, some go away. It's like it's a very organic process that we utilize in terms of making these because it's fun.
Nice.
We have fun making them. We love to see people's expressions when they see the one and they light up and they're like that just like and as a vendor you know that look like yes like oh you can't beat that like what you're doing is like lights up somebody's day, makes somebody's day, and it just
Mhm.
is an amazing feeling when that happens.
Yes.
I'm excited to that you guys will get to experience that. Because what was the count the other day? It was like 101 days until Gathering 6,
100
which that's like
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's just over 3 months away.
I know.
yeah, yeah,
And we're both
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We're both going to be
We're
sitting
all
on the
feeling
couch
it.
just going,
Well, the thing of it is like when the vendor thing first popped up, I'm sitting here at my computer just kind of doing my thing, and she's like, "Look at this," and it's like, and I'm like, and I kind of take a look at it, and we didn't get a lot of. So like we're completely walking in blind to NorseForged Gathering. Now we are familiar with the headliners, so NorseForged, Tank Tolman, Ali Piper, and that kind of stuff. We follow them on TikToks and things like that. So we're fans. Just to be clear on that. But as far as like the gathering itself, we're not familiar with it at all. Didn't even know it existed until she goes, "Hey, let's go do this one this year." And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. I mean, because she's the one that books, like I needed to focus on the bags, on making the bags enough this year, so that we made sure that we had enough, and so that we grow and scale it up to, I needed help to stuff. So like she's the administrative manager, like
yeah.
head thing. So she books all. Yeah, I just go to the venues and does the thing. She books them and does all the number crunching because
I
Yeah.
gotcha.
I'm not that great at numbers. I'm gonna be right there out there.
So,
Like
but yeah, it was one of those deals of I wanted to go to NorseForged Gathering 5, and I didn't get a chance to go. And then I saw the vendor pop up, and I was like, you know what, we can do that. We can do that. It'd be like guest vendoring at any of the Renaissance festivals we're trying to get into for a weekend. Let's do it. Let's go.
Exactly.
And he kind of looked at me like, I don't
are
know.
you sure?
To which I'm sitting here going, it's fine. It's fine. We can handle it.
I'm like, okay. And then
So
my eyes, as it gets looming closer, my eyes keep going. Are you sure? You're sure?
Yeah.
We got this. Okay,
we got it. We're fine.
we're good.
We're fine.
Yes.
We're good.
We got it.
Yes,
Yeah, we're super excited to come
we're
out.
absolutely ecstatic to be there and hang out with you guys.
He actually handmade a tent cover for our tent.
Oh
Yes.
wow.
So I mean, that's how excited he is.
Oh, that is awesome. Well, we are
There's
super
crenellations and everything.
So yes, it. I built while we have a 10 by 10 pop up cover, so it makes it easier to collapse and move and things like that. But what I made is a cover that goes on top of that has the crenellations and everything else and the flags and so that it turns a 10 by 10 pop up into a medieval esque tent.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I am familiar with working with a multitude of materials, and I've made some really wild stuff over the years. But the one thing that people, I will be doing absolutely nothing, and I'll have my everyday carry. I'll have Saxon here with me, and people will tap me on the shoulder and go, "I don't mean to bug you, but where did you get that bag? I love the bag. Where'd you get it? Was it on Amazon? Was it like
Literally, that
like
is what people do.
that they do that
That is literally
like
what people do.
and as far as other vendors and crafters and things like that who think that they might have something, my big takeaway from this whole adventure is if people are responding to what you are making, not just the lip service of "Oh yeah, that's cool,"
Mm-hmm.
but they're genuinely like, "Wow, that is amazing. That is," or they're like, "You mean you made that?" Pay attention. Pay attention
Yeah.
because
Somebody will buy it from you.
yes, yes, or at the very least, that is the start of your journey,
Mm-hmm.
and just keep going. Don't worry about anything else. Just make stuff until people respond, and it's not a validation thing in any way, shape, or form. Like I'd still be like, I made Mimic for me. I made a monster of a bag for myself only. I had a need, and I fulfilled that need with that. It took 4 months in my spare time to make that monster, and he has not let me down at all. It's just all of a sudden now, well, now not all of a sudden,
Not all of a
but
sudden, within the past year,
within
it's
the past
become a
year, we
thing.
go from "where did you buy it" to "here's my card" to "now check out the online store."
That
Yes,
is
we have an online store now, so we do have a limited number currently available, that we can deliver to. So if you want a wider selection of, like, these are just basic examples, like my own personal everyday carries. But if you're looking for what we actually have currently available that you could have like now, check
Mhm.
it out. It's William Saxon Yew.
Absolutely. And
That is us.
But we will definitely be there with bells on, raring to go with many, many, many more for adoption here in May.
Yes.
that is amazing. Well, I'm super excited to see you guys at the gathering.
Same.
I'm going to open it up to chat if chat has any questions.
Yep.
This is William Saxon Yew, and you can find them on, I remember I found you guys on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook,
Yep.
um, and website is what?
It's TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I think that's all we have for right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
just
Uh,
essentially the basics for
yeah, we
now.
might end up getting a Snapchat.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So William Saxon U is where you can find their work, and I will open it up to chat if you guys have any questions. My question is because we've heard a few different really cool stories, but do you have an adoption story that stands out among the rest?
So honestly, it was actually our very first adoption story that we have. We had somebody who came to us and said, "Hey, we love your bags. Can you make us something? This is what we want." And so we came up. They've now been affectionately named Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Um, so we made twin bags. They were about the size of our hipsters. So
yes.
it was this. We made two of them. They are saddlebags for a 160-pound Neapolitan Mastiff that is a service animal. So
Oh,
he carries like insulin pens, the dog poop diaper, that toys for the kid that they work with. Like he there so it's they have a service dog and they were using these bags as saddlebags for this dog to help them carry the stuff they needed, their medication and everything like that. Um, and they were ecstatic. They actually just finished my adult class where I was helping them fix the strap to one of the bags in order to get it to sit appropriately. They're also the reason why we do the bags, the hipsters, the way we do them now, is because the first round didn't work the way they wanted to. So we just updated
And
them.
again, we guaranteed the work.
We guarantee the work.
As long as we do the task, we might not get it on the first guy. Most of the time, we do, which has
Hmm.
been the weirdest thing for me personally as an artist and things like that. Usually, you have to go through a few ideations and things like that. But I tend to have a weird superpower in that where it doesn't take me anything more than three to really nail it. And I think we got it in two.
We got it in two. They now run around. They've sent me pictures where they've got Tweedledee and Tweedledum on their service dog, and they're going for a walk in the park. And they
Oh.
absolutely love those bags. They're actually asking now for us to potentially create a full harness with a apron so that they can put patches on it to go with their bags.
That's so
So
sweet.
Yeah.
that's so when I say we have commissions, it's there are people who do commissions, and we do have people that want commissions from us, but we have to do it on a case by case basis. We've already told that group that a harness, because it would have to be designed from the ground up to work the way it needs to, because again, this is a mobility harness for as a service animal. This isn't something that I can just slap together and hope that it works. Like, we're gonna have to actually build it. So I was like, you know what? Wait until after we get through our events, and then then we can actually sit down and hit the ground running with this thing.
And to be
So
fair, I just don't have, since we're both doing all doing day jobs. If I'm going to be doing any type of commission work, I want to be able to commit my full attention to that commission.
yeah,
So if you're in the queue and that kind of stuff, it's not a half thought when people ask me for commission work. Yeah, I will stop whatever like if I've got commissions in the queue, I will do those until I run out of commission work, and then I go back to production work.
hmm
So my regular production of these small, the hipsters and the Roys and the Porsches and the Magnums, they that regular production gets put aside so that I can focus solely on that's why I take commission work very seriously.
yes,
So, and again, I do what I can to guarantee the work. So if it doesn't work as we intend it to, or if it needs any minor revisions, then yes. But generally speaking, as a rule, I will be like, not right now. Just like, but if there is a special circumstance, then yes, I will work with people and talk with them and that kind of stuff. But stay tuned,
always stay tuned.
because once we can, like, we're hoping that this awesomeness that is NorseForged Gathering 6, once it goes to fruition and we're hanging out at NorseForged 7, that might be our grand, opening for open commissions. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to do full time, depending on how we do at down in North Carolina, and we're just super excited to
Just depending
meet
on how we go through
everybody.
the full
And
year.
what you just
It just depends on how we do for the full year, not so
well,
much
yeah,
just at
yes, the
North
full
Forge, but
year, but it also depends on what kind of mead they've got down there too.
Yes, and one of the things that I feel like is really important, because yes, we definitely want to encourage using small businesses rather than big box, but I think a lot of the things that people don't realize is how long commissions can take. Because when you're talking about, because when you talked about starting from scratch with the harness, like, I've worked a little bit with resin, and just
Hmm.
making the resin molds alone
Yep.
takes so much time, like if you're doing it from scratch. um and it
Yeah.
does take that long, and it is worth that much, because you're
Yeah.
you're getting somebody's time, but you're also getting somebody's quality.
Yeah.
yeah. And with the harness thing for this service animal, again, it has a separate level to it too. It's not just something that I'm gonna go slap on my dog. It's got to have specific. I mean, not that there's ever a specific standard, but there's also I knowing what this person's disability is and helping them through it, and everything like that. I understand what kind of mobility aids they need with this dog, and the type of harness they're using with this dog. And I don't want to mess that up. I don't want something that I create end up causing more harm. So yeah, it's going to take a little bit more time to ensure that we not only have a proper fit, but that all the tools they need are on this harness. So yeah, commission work is um, it's not just about slapping something together and going, "Hi, here's your stuff." It literally is. we want to make sure that, yeah, you may have a vision in your head, we may have a vision in our head. As long as we can meld that together to become something that you really do love and that really works for you, that's going to take some time.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to make sure that we get it right.
Yeah, and so I mean, we're just erring on the side of caution and doing what we can to do right by everybody involved. Because again, you get, how many times as a vendor or commission, that kind of stuff, people will flake. They have a really cool idea in their head, it's a flash in the pan, but the minute you say, okay, it's going to be this much to do this, then they're like,
Yeah.
poof, and they ghost.
Mm-hmm.
And you could be depending on that money, you could be depending on that, on doing that project, and then you're screwed.
Yeah.
I mean, not to be, from a vendor side of things,
Yeah.
like saying that you're going to, it is basically kind of like no, it's
Okay.
not, it's a contract basically. You're contracting an artisan, an artist to make something for you specifically, and that's something to take seriously,
Mm-hmm.
and to think about before you do the smile and nod of yeah, yeah, oh, that's really cool. I want something like that. It's really
Oh,
cool and everything. Sorry.
he's
And
getting excited. Don't worry.
can you tell I'm excited?
I love it. I love the enthusiasm.
I know.
But yeah, no,
But
you're
I have
you're
a cat that has folded himself half over here.
Yeah.
yeah. Um, so um once again, I am super excited to meet you guys. And beautifully spoken. And I absolutely love y'all's energy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me. And were there any final thoughts that you guys wanted to share before we leave here today?
Just that we are super excited. I mean,
Yes.
every day that we see a new post, we are on it. Like, we're sharing it back and forth, and
Yeah.
we're sharing it with our groups and our teams. So we are super excited this year to come out to NorseForge as a
Yeah.
vendor. Just to live it up with you guys. Like, we are beyond
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah. It's
Nervous, excited,
yeah.
but excited.
Definitely excited. Definitely excited, and just doing everything we can to
Bring the
be able,
magic.
yes, to bring the magic that we know that we have with us, to make sure that everybody's just help, to make cool stuff and help people,
Yeah.
and just to have fun, and you know it, it can be that simple, and
Mm-hmm. With the gathering, it really is,
yeah.
and like it's been said in the comments, it really is like a family. So, welcome to our little Norse Forge family.
Thank
Yay.
you.
And a hearty huzzah for Unbridled Vision and Randy with
Uh,
Yay.
all the huzzas. Well, chat, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
yes, thank
The
you, chat.
chat,
I appreciate all the beard love. I do.
there's been a lot of beard love, and I can expect you will have more beard love at NorseForged Gathering.
With all the beers that are going to be down there at NorseForge, there's one contest that you guys have not, that you don't have on the docket.
Beard
Beard
con
contest.
clearly.
I mean, you just put a pin in that, that Chaos Goblin energy, and see if see if we couldn't fit something in, or
Listen,
maybe for next year.
I will text Allie as soon as we get off here and say, Allie, we need a beard contest. Stat.
Yes.
Oh yes, on the stage, all these bearded hunks just sashaying up and down the walkway, and just I could just the cat calling would just be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see that was
See, that's why I'm called Unbridled Vision. Like I have an unrestricted, untethered view of things. So like, it comes out of the ether and just. So
I love it. I love it. That's amazing. Yeah, excellent idea.
Yeah.
So we will give full credit for idea to Unbridled Vision for the beard contest, which hopefully
no,
fingers
no, that's a
crossed.
freebie. That's a freebie.
Nope, you get it.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll take a freebie. That's one of my favorite 4-letter words. Free.
Free.
Yay!
Free.
Something
Free!
is free. All right, guys. Well, thank you again so much. It has been so lovely to speak with y'all. And thank you guys. Chat again
Yes.
for NorseForged Gathering. All the details are linked in the bio. And again, this is William Saxon Yew, maker of beautiful monster handbags. And thank you guys again. I don't know how we can make like a heart with all three of us. Let's see if I can get two going.
There we go.
Ta-da.
Ta-da! All right, be safe out there. If you can't be safe, be smart, all right?
Absolutely. You guys as well. Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye.
Okay, love y'all. Bye.